The following is a presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
We're celebrating Ducks Night here at the Big A as the Angels look to bounce back after a tough loss to the Seattle Mariners last night. Shohei Ohtani, Mike Trout, and the rest of the Halos ready to even up the series. It's game 2 of this 4-game set against the F. We walk inside our broadcast booth, and what in the wide world of sports is going on here? That's Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas. And that is a legit duck call that the Angels are handing out today. So we'll probably hear that throughout the broadcast. But Matt Shoemaker is on the mound. And Gooby, this will be his first start at home. It's hard to believe that he hasn't pitched at home in a long time.
Yeah, he's throwing the ball really well, especially those 2 starts since coming back from the disabled list. Worthy of a Carlos Cam replay, what Shu has been able to do. His velocity on his fastball has been pretty consistent. 90-94 his splitter. That's his go-to pitch. That's where he'll be able to get those strikeouts. His 2 walks in 10 innings pitched for Shoemaker. 7 strikeouts so far. He's been pretty consistent in the strike zone. All 4 quadrants hit. Now he's going to be able to get a little bit more pitches to be able to work with. I think today Mike Scioscia said maybe get up to that 85 to 95 range as far as pitch count and still be able to go out there and attack the hitters. 4-4 in his career versus Seattle for Shu against the Mariners.
Well, he pitched well against the White Sox, so perhaps that'll help him tonight because the Seattle Mariners are a very aggressive bunch last night offensively. Roenis Elias, the left-hander, is getting the start in place of James Paxton. He's on the mound for the Seattle Mariners. One more time before we go to break. We're just about ready for baseball here in Southern California. Sit back, relax. We'll bring you the lineups in the first pitch when we return.
Jeep Cherokee. Embrace every new opportunity with a redesigned exterior and 31 highway MPG. Test drive one today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Another warm one today here in Southern California. The Angels seeing if they can heat up the bats, and they'll try to do it against a left-hander. And that's been a struggle for this Angels lineup all season long, but see if they can turn things around. Mike Leake really kept these guys off balance all night last night.
He mixed the match throughout the entire game. Really never threw anything in. Maybe touched 90 once or twice. Upper part of the strike zone on occasion. Sinker, cut the fastball, and changed speeds very, very well.
It was a bullpen game for the Angels last night. Did not go well, and the Angels will probably need Matt Shoemaker to try to work deeper into the ball game than what we saw last night from Odrisamer Despaigne to get to start. He could not get an out in that second inning. Shoemaker and the Angels wearing the pearly white home uniforms. We'll check out Scott Service and his lineup for the Seattle Mariners. 80 and 66. Seattle 8.5 games back of the second wild card spot. They'll have Haniger back in that leadoff spot. He's in right field tonight. Segura's back in the lineup at short. Robinson Cano at second. Nelson Cruz homered yesterday. He's the DH. Darren Span is in left. Ryan Healy at first. Kyle Seager at third base. Mike Zunino behind the plate. And Dee Gordon, who had the start at shortstop last night, gets a start in center field, batting ninth. Matt Shoemaker making his fourth start. 2-0 and a 3.45 ERA.
Yeah, he's throwing the ball pretty well throughout his career against Seattle. 4-4 with a 4.33 ERA for Shoemaker. And throwing some strikes, really, when you think about it, since coming back from the disabled list. My go-tos for Shoemaker to be successful here this evening is downward split action. That splitter to go straight down instead of lateral movement, and ride that fastball upper zone. That means run that four-seamer on occasion upstairs. Then you have that upstairs fastball, and then the splitter starts there and then drops below the strike zone.
Taking to the Angels defense, brought to you by Tough Turtle Turf. Varsity in the outfield with Upton, Trout, and Calhoun from left to right. Taylor Ward, Angels, and Simmons on the left side of the infield. It's David Fletcher, Jose Miguel Fernandez on the right side. Jose Briseño tonight behind the plate.
And Jose Briseño has been pretty solid defensively behind the plate. He's thrown out 33% of base stealers, and this Seattle club will run, especially when you look at the bottom part of the lineup with Dee Gordon, 30 stolen bases. Jean Segura back in the lineup. He has 20, so he's going to be challenged as far as potential stolen bases if they get on base.
Two guys that stand down in the lineup for Matt Shoemaker against Seattle that he has had some issues with, and they hit back-to-back as Robinson Cano and Nelson Cruz, having combined for 4 home runs and 16 for 51 in their careers against Matt Shoemaker. So if you can neutralize those guys, maybe take your chances against the other guys. See what Shu can do tonight, trying to even up this series. Mentioned it's a warm one, 84 degrees, which is kind of rare for this time of year at this time of night.
Had been cooling down the last few days, and all of a sudden warm a little bit yesterday, warmer today.
Haniger had a pretty good game last night in that leadoff spot. 2 hits, had a sac fly as well. 278 batting average, 24 home runs, 87 runs batted. First one's in for a strike. Bill Welke, the veteran, calling the balls and strikes. Tony Randazzo at first, Ryan Addington at second, and it's Lance Barrett at third base. Oh, 1. Opens up the count. Last start for Shu against the White Sox. 3 runs, 7 hits, 5 innings of work through 74 pitches. 5 innings. Longest outing was his very first one of the year. Then he, remember, had to be shut down. Missing 134 games. Little flare down the line, slicing foul.
That's that good fastball upper part of the strike zone. Good to see that at 94 for Shu.
Figure that he could probably work his way up into the 80.
Yeah, I'm guessing
no stress 85.
85 range, maybe even touch 90 depending on how well he's throwing.
Yes, he did. Went around on the breaking ball. There's the first down of the game for strikeout for Shu.
And that was all set up with that high fastball, the pitch before. Starts at the same plane, looks like a strike, ends up out of the strike zone. Real good downward action on the splitter to get a swing and miss. Great grip on that one. Not a whole lot of rotation in the seams. It's a swing and miss. Good start here for Shoemaker.
15th overall game, 13th start against Seattle for Shoemaker. 4-4, 4.33 ERA. Facing Jean Segura. Under the weather, missed 3 games. Back in the lineup tonight. Shortstop hitting .310, 9 home runs, 60 runs batted in.
Can hit a fastball both Lower part of the strike zone and upper part of the strike zone.
One time, Angels farmhand.
Yeah, he's on that high fastball.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Now, I wouldn't go away from throwing him a high fastball now above the strike zone. You see him swinging at that one. You might get him to chase that pitch. Tried it, didn't go after it. You wonder if there's this scouting report around baseball is the Angels love to go that high fastball 0-2. You haven't got a lot of hitters to bite at that pitch.
And most of those 0-2 pitches outside the strike zone. Talked about that quite a bit with Jaime Barria. You have to be able to show the consistency that you can hit the strike zone and then kind of tick it upward a little bit. You would think, anyway.
Yep.
1-2 pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 67 strikeouts and 533 at-bats this year for Segura. So pretty much, he'll make some contact. He'll fight you.
Still think one of the better pitches to go against him would be a fastball away, lower part of the strike zone, even a slider away. Force him to hit the ball towards Fletcher.
This is out to center. Trout was playing shallow, comes in, puts it away, 2 down.
This is the ideal situation. You want to have Cano coming to the plate now, especially when you mentioned the career numbers against Shoemaker. No one on base.
Cano last night 2 for 5, 2 singles and RBI. Also struck out twice. Already progress tonight for the Angels pitchers. Did not retire the leadoff man to start an inning till the 5th last night. Little chopper left side. Shoemaker will take down 1 pitch out. Quick inning for him. A 1-2-3 frame ahead of the bottom of the first, scoreless. One, 2, 3, top of the inning. We'll check out Mike Scioscia's lineup. The Angels with the loss last night. Now a game under 500. At 73 and 74, Cole Calhoun will lead things off. He'll play right. David Fletcher at second. Mike Trout at center. Shohei Ohtani at DH. He's the cleanup hitter. Justin Upton in left. Andrelton Simmons at short. Jose Miguel Fernandez at first base. Taylor Ward at third. Jose Briseño is behind the plate batting ninth as they take on the 30-year-old left-hander native of Guantanamo, Cuba. His name is Roenis Elias.
Elias really has thrown the ball well in his career. Elias, and even this season against the Angels. Fastballs 92-97. Although curveball very good. Change of my go-tos to be successful against him tonight, though, is hit that change to the middle. He'll throw a lot of changeup. Don't try to pull it, and don't be over-aggressive on his high fastball. He would try to ride that fastball above the strike zone, bring it down in the zone to have more success.
Mariners traded him to Boston prior to the 2016 campaign and reacquired him back in late April. Good chunk of the time in the minor leagues. 19th appearance in the big leagues, 3rd start. And the first one's down and away. Cole, a 217 average, 18 home runs, 56 runs batted in. 0 for 4 last night. Angels managing just 6 hits against the Leak and the Mariners pen. 1-1.
Still getting back a little bit more so into that pull mode the last few games for Cole Calhoun. This might be a good situation. A lefty going against him, be able to stay back and use that other side of the field or up the middle. A lot of room up the middle for Cole.
One ball, 2 strikes. Elias on the year 2-1, 3.50 ERA, 36 hits in 36 innings.
That 2 strikes on Seager moves back into a shortstop position. A lot of room down that third baseline for Cole. Something late, especially with a good fastball. A lot of room right down this way for Cole to hit the ball on the ground or on the line.
Almost accidentally does that. Cueing now and foul.
I mean, you're struggling to get some hits. You'll take that if it stays fair.
One and 2, Fletcher on deck. Calhoun chases that breaking ball. There's out number 1. Take a look at the Mariners defense, brought to you by Infinity. And tonight's defense for Seattle looks like this, with Span, Gordon, and Haniger in the outfield. No Ben Gamble tonight. Seager, Segura, Cano, and Healy from third to first, and Nino behind the plate.
Segura has improved defensively. His fielding percentage from this season, from last year for Segura, has turned 58 double plays. Also, 965 fielding percentage for Segura at short, up from 962 last season. So an improvement getting there for Segura at shortstop.
Fletcher takes a strike. David, a 273 batting average. 0 for 4 last night. 3 ground out to the strikeout. We'll chop this one right back to the mound. Elias has it. 2 down. So Trout will come up with the bases clear.
And a Hyundai key for this game, especially with Trout and his numbers this season versus Seattle, and a number of hitters that's following him up. Go hard to break. That means look for that pitch, especially that fastball, even changeup at the heart of the plate, and then break that one out and crush that one up the middle or to the gaps throughout this game.
Trout 2 for 3 last night, 2 doubles and a walk. Average at 318. On base percentage at 466. Slow breaking ball takes the count 0-2. Trout's had his issues against Elias.
Yep.
That hit him. Again off the knob. Looks like it was off the knob again.
Yep.
Foul ball. Saw this last night.
Yep. Runs that fastball in and right off knob of the bat again. Fortunate enough, we talked about it last night, that Trout will choke up on that bat. Otherwise, it's going to get his finger.
Well, you hear so often. I mean, obviously, hitting coaches have different philosophies, but the great ones always seem to say, take the knob of the bat to the baseball. Trout certainly has done that.
And Alex Rodriguez was really, really good at that.
Yeah.
So was Barry Bonds.
Breaking ball called, strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. Elias returns the favors. The Angels are down in order. need support, help the American Red Cross provide meals and shelter to these families. Donate today by going to redcross.org or text Florence to 90999 to give $10 to American Red Cross Hurricane Relief. Top of the second, scoreless. Both starters with 1, 2, 3 first innings. Cruz, Span, and Healy for Seattle. Shoemaker picked up 1 strikeout. Elias had 2. 1-0 count on Nelson Cruz, hitting .265, hit his 36th home run last night. Now with 89 runs batted in. Multi-hit game, 2 for 5. Also hit by a pitch. That'll leave it to count.
Good spot on that fastball. Keep it away.
Here's the 1-2 offering. Late on the fastball.
And we showed those numbers last night for Nelson Cruz, having a tougher time batting average wise versus a fastball. Trying to run that fastball upstairs to get a swing and miss.
Line towards second. Fletcher's got it, or perhaps the ball's got him. Either way, it's the first out of the second inning. That ball is scalded.
That's why you have fielders out there. It's good sound off the bat. 111 miles per hour off the bat. Exit velocity for Cruz. It's a routine out.
Very similar to the, although it was on the ground, the Shohei Ohtani ground out to D. Gordon in last night's game.
That was the hardest baseball he's hit. Exit velocity this season for Shohei Ohtani.
He needs to heed the advice of hit them where they ain't.
Yes.
It's a learning process. Denard Span out of left field once again. .270 batting average, 11 home runs, 56 runs batted in. No balls, 2 strikes.
Pretty good differential in speeds. Let's take a look at our StatCast AI powered by AWS, where the infield is set up for Denard Span, where he hits the majority of his baseballs. About 58% of the time, especially where you see Fletcher out in that shallow right field. For Span hitting the ball that way.
Yeah, he got him. Off-speed pitch, 2 down.
Talk about using all your pitches and getting that at bat over quickly. That's exactly what Shoemaker did.
First baseman, number 27.
Sort of a slow curve, and fastball, and then split to get the strikeout.
Oh, he saw it last night early on, especially from Seattle. They came out hacking. That would lead you to believe that you can get these guys going early in the count, get ahead of the count, which did not happen too often last night for Angels pitchers.
And then that conversation happens in their dugout too. Hey, he's throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, and maybe he's throwing a lot of first pitch fastballs. So let's be ready for that. But that's why you mix and match with it. There it is, another first pitch strike. Then you can expand the strike zone.
Healy hitting .244. 24 home runs, 71 RBIs. One ball and strike. Briseño nodding his approval, even though that ball missed. Why not just keep going outside? If Bill Welke's going to call that pitch out there. We saw last night how that strike zone was interesting. And then you get hitters to do that because then you throw a breaking ball.
Between a slider and a splitter early on for Shoemaker. Good feel for both of those. And you want to avoid that middle in pitch to Healy. He can hit that baseball a long, long way. Up and away also.
toward the middle. Somehow, some way, that was knocked down by Shoemaker. That hit every part of his body, I think. A little plinko on the body. No scores. We hit at the bottom of the second. At 6:07. First 30,000 fans in attendance will receive a Mike Scioscia bobblehead. For more information on that bobblehead presented by Fox Sports West, go to angels.com/promotions. The skipper. Shohei Ohtani leading things off here in the second. Second first pitch, fouls it off. Shohei 2 for 3 against Elias.
And he was ready for a first pitch fastball, just a little bit high in the strike zone.
Joe last night 1 for 4 with a double. 20th double of the season. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's a good decision there by Elias to run that fastball even a little bit higher. See if Ohtani would go after. Good take by Shohei though.
Breaking ball is in there.
Good feel for his slow breaking ball so far. Percentage of curveballs thrown this season for him. 24%, 21% changeups, and then 55% of his pitches have been fastballs.
And that's a called strike 3. Breaking ball gets the corner. 3rd strikeout already for Elias through 4 batters. 1 down.
What we say about go-tos is that you got to use that middle of the field for those all-speed pitches. You give up on it. You see right there, Shohei gave up on that. Thought it was going to be out of the strike zone. Spin rate 27.85 on the spin rate on that curveball. That's pretty good. That's well above average.
Here's Upton.
Now we were talking with about Garrett Richards earlier this season with his spin rate on his curveball was well over 3,000. Well, if he would have stayed healthy this season, it'd be a whole different outcome for the Angels as far as their win-loss record at this point. If Richards would have stayed healthy.
Upton ahead of the count at 2-0. Had a multi-hit game last night, including a home run. Also drew a walk.
Got to be ready here for Upton Rate to be swinging 3-0. Get a fastball and drive it, especially middle in.
He'll take. I think if you're going to hack 3-0, that's probably the pitch you're going to hack right there.
Especially that spot right there for Upton.
And his swing path.
Yep.
Simba.
You just feel he's going to be swinging here.
On deck.
So often you'll see that when the hitter is determined, okay, I'm going to look for a spot, and you're not quite ready to let it go. Fastball right in your zone, and then that next pitcher more apt to expand your strike zone and swing at it.
Upton will go down swinging. So he took that one fastball 3-0, then unable to catch up on the next two. 2 down.
He's had good velocity on this fastball so far. 95 as he's trying to fight that one off.
Almost as if he was looking for something off speed. Simba 296 with 11 home runs. The first pitch pops it up. Shallow left center. Segura going out. Calling for it. Elias with another 1-2-3 inning. We'll head to the third with no score. Starting pitchers have faced 6 batters. They retired all 6. Shoemaker with a couple of strikeouts. He'll get Seager, Zunino, and D. Gordon here in the Mariners half of the third. And here on Ducks night, we're waiting the arrival of Josh Manson, Ducks defenseman. It'd be great if he were an Angels defenseman as well.
You
talk about a two-way player.
Yeah. Is he flying in here now?
That'd be cool. Get a guy that plays hockey,
yes,
baseball. Seager hitting .218, 21 home runs, 74 runs batted in.
Wasn't Bo Jackson in that thing? Bo knows hockey,
yeah.
Bo knows basketball,
exactly.
Bo knows everything.
Seager last night with a couple of hits, ended up going 2 for 5. Briseño have to catch a little breather. It seems like he's taking the brunt of that, much like a hockey goalie.
Yes.
How about that segue?
Yeah, that is a perfect segue.
Josh Manson, Ducks defenseman, is kind enough to join us here at the booth. How's everything going, man?
Oh, it's great.
Ready to go?
Oh yeah, yeah. We first day of camp today, so and what a way to start it off. Take some BP and watch a baseball game.
How was BP for you? I understand that Gooby was telling me that you did a little research on hitting a baseball.
Who
right?
told? Hey,
I'm working some inside information on that
seriously.
one.
Well, yeah, I hadn't hit a baseball in a long, long time, and I never really got formal training. So I didn't want to make too big of a fool of myself, so I wanted to look up a couple things and just give myself the best opportunity to try to carry the wall. But it didn't pay off. I couldn't get there.
Was there a particular video? I mean, did you go to the Tom Amansky School of Baseball video, or did you just find something on YouTube?
It was just YouTube. Just a quick. It was a 7-stepper. I'll teach it to you guys later.
It's awesome.
It looked pretty good, though. You look pretty comfortable there.
Oh.
Take a look at our tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Truck. Josh, this is the perfect swing. The 7 points of
you got
hitting.
me right there.
Look
There
at
it
you. You're turning on it. Up the middle.
Oh.
So you know that's the biggest part of the field. Most success rate is up the middle, and then you're going the other way. So you pull it middle the other way. Hey, can you help some of these guys out against Elias tonight?
Oh, I don't know. I met Trout and Otani. Trout, he's a moose. That guy. He's huge. Like he makes it look easy. It's crazy.
So if he's coming in towards the net, you're just going to say, hey, man, you might want to move out of the way.
We'll have to have a casual conversation about that one. Yeah, if he could move on skates, he'd be like a moving refrigerator.
So, Josh, when you guys got open into camp, what's the optimism as far as this team? The whole division looks really, really strong.
Yeah, it's a strong division, and I mean, look at those trades that those other teams just made. But we're comfortable and confident with our lineup coming in here. We got a lot of returning guys, a lot of guys that were injured up last year, and coming back this season, they're going to be fresh and ready to go. And we're changing a couple things with the way our hockey team's going to play, and we're excited about it.
You're going to have Gibby, and you're going to be in front of Gibby now for quite some time. He signed that long-term extension. How important is that for you as a defenseman to know you're going to have that goalie, your backstop back there for a long period of time?
Oh yeah, I mean it's so important, especially for defensemen. I mean, you get so comfortable with a guy like that who's, you're confident he's going to make the save if he sees the puck. So you start to get comfortable with the way you play around him and just knowing where you need to be and trusting him to make the big saves, and you just be there to clean up the stuff that's laying around.
Zanino takes upstairs, 3 balls and a strike with 1 out here. Josh Manson, the Ducks defenseman, joining us in the booth. And your game, actually, it seems to keep getting better and better each year. Career highs last year in a number of categories. Where do you see you taking your game to the next level?
I mean, I just want to keep building off of last year. I say that every year. Just want to keep progressing in different areas and starting to feel comfortable on the defensive side of things. And obviously the offense came a little bit more last year, which was nice. So coming into this year, I'm just trying to pick up where I left off, feeling comfortable and confident with the puck, and trying to make the plays when they're there and helping out offensively.
Is it tantalizing? You had 7 goals last year as a defenseman. It's kind of like a baseball player wants to be a rock star. A rock star wants to be a baseball player. Defenseman want to be an offensive type player. I mean, do you get the itch? Hey, maybe I could score a little bit more on the from the defensive side.
Yeah, I mean, you think that every year, and then the game humbles you. So I mean, I come into the season with an open mind and know what I can do, and just obviously I felt like I was very fortunate last year with a lot of things, and I just hopefully that carries into this year, and just got to put my best foot forward, and hopefully the results will follow.
Yeah, it could be part of the power play, getting that spot where you get there, that good shot there from the point. That'd
be nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Not gonna beg too hard though for that.
So you guys tomorrow, you have what, 25 hours of straight hockey going on. So what's that's going to be all about tomorrow?
Well, for our 25th anniversary here with the Ducks. 25th season, they're doing 25 hours of hockey, which is really neat. It starts tomorrow at 10 a.m. and then runs till Sunday. I'm assuming till 11.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of different things. I know there's a dog game going on at noon tomorrow, so that'll be fun. And yeah, it's something definitely to go check out and have a little fun.
That might be the one shot I have a chance of scoring a goal against the Dogs, I think.
Yeah. Well, who knows? We could have some good players, good dogs there.
And ironically enough, Ken French is calling that game
yeah,
too.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, that's who you need calling it right there.
So everything health-wise, I see Eves and Kessler are already skating, which is a great sign for you guys.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, to have 2 of those guys back and feeling well is, I mean, huge for our lineup, and good for confidence in the group, knowing that the guys are going to be like that.
Perfect. Josh, we appreciate it, man.
Hey.
Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it, man.
Good luck to you guys.
Good luck.
Good luck. Thank you.
Great swings today, man.
Thanks. I'll come back next year. Be better.
The Angels take on the Athletics Friday, September 28th. Enjoy beer from some of your favorite local breweries. Go to angels.com/promotions for more information and to get your tickets today. I think we might bust out the Lederhosen.
No question. There's no doubt.
How about I'll do the Lederhosen, you could be the St. Pauli girl.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Bottom of the third, no score. Nice little pitcher's duel we got going here in the early part of this game. But what a nice guy.
Yeah.
Man, if hockey doesn't work out for him, be pretty good on TV.
Yeah, he was really, really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, he's really turned into a very good player, too. He's a guy, quiet guy at times, but he will create space.
Fernandez ripping this one into the right field corner. He'll head to second. First base runner of the game. It's a double by Jose Miguel Fernandez, his 5th of the year. You're saying Josh's dad played, right?
Yeah,
Chicago?
He was tough. Very tough. Josh, on occasion, has to protect the teammate or two, and he can handle himself well also.
And Elias will work from the stretch. Here's Taylor Ward.
One of those very important times now, you want to make sure at the very least you are able to advance Fernandez over to third base, especially the way Elias has thrown so far.
Takes a strike. Taylor hitting 198. 3 doubles, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. 0 for 4 last night. Taylor's 27th major league game. 0-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on the Angels' third baseman.
So far, you see what Elias is trying to do. He's trying to keep everything inside. Fastball in, curveball in. Why he's doing that is because he's trying to prevent Taylor Ward from trying to hit the ball the other way on an outside pitch. Back inside again.
Halos last night 1 for 5 with men in scoring position. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 7 for 28 on the homestand. I believe he's got a very good curveball working already tonight. 4 strikeouts for him. And while it is a bullpen game, if you will, for Seattle, his last start on August 29th, he ended up going 5 innings at San Diego through 85 pitches, so he's capable. He actually had 7 starts in the minor leagues to go with. Now this is his 3rd start in the big leagues this year. (3-2). Ward lifts one out towards shallow right. Haniger is there. Not going anywhere, unable to advance him, 1 down. To accept the Briseño.
Catcher number 10, Jose Briseño.
Jose comes in batting .240. 2 doubles, 3 home runs, 8 runs batted, and he's got a couple of nights off with Arcia behind the dish. Especially the way he had swung the bat. The multi-homer game 2 nights ago. Such a tough pitch to lay off of.
It's one of those pitches too. If you make contact, it's going to be very difficult to keep fair.
Briseño pops it up on the infield. Healy, Zunino, Healy, the first baseman, calling for it. 2 outs. We had a Healy-Zunino collision here, right?
Yes. It's 2 pretty big dudes running into each other.
So 2 outs now. Fernandez still at second. Cole at the plate. He struck out in the first.
Very important now for Cole, especially the first 2 pitches of him at bat. He's been very successful hitting the ball hard the first 2 pitches. He's up there hacking, got a curveball. How much a hanging curveball. The last 5 seasons batting average of .359 on those first 2 pitches, but then he gets deeper and it counts. Not quite the same. You always see Cole aggressive. He's had a lot of success, especially in those first 2 pitches of him at bat.
No balls, 2 strikes. Takes just off the plate.
When you talk about a good feel for a curveball, he has it. Take a look at our Nissan pitch cast, where this baseball is located. Just touching that outside part of the plate. Take a good look at our Nissan pitch cast.
Cole's had a tough month of September. Now 5 for 41. Takes upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 15 strikeouts, 16, pardon me, if you include tonight's. So the duck calls in the distance. Full count.
Said that curveball worked really well. You wonderful throw a curveball. 3-2 count. See if Cole can hit that ball the other way.
Here's the payoff pitch. And he lays off. They ask an appeal. He did not go. First walk issued by Elias. 2 on, 2 outs. Fletcher at the plate now.
It's a pretty good take by Cole. Be able to stop that swing on a high fastball. See if he was able to do that. Yep, he's able to hold back.
David, a bouncer back to the mound in the first. Leadoff double for Fernandez. Now a 2-out walk by Elias. One on one. Elias a starter when he got to the big leagues in 2014 with Seattle. 29 starts that year. 3.85 ERA. 22 games, 20 starts the following season. Fletcher fouls that back. Good rip.
And you would think this would be a pretty good matchup for Fletcher. Elias a lot of pitches up, especially his fastball, and even his breaking ball starts at the upper plane of the strike zone.
Trout on deck. 1-2 pitch. And that is line towards short. Segura's got it. Just not enough air underneath it. The Angels will strand 2. Ahead of the 4th, still with no score.
awards, which were voted on by the players. He said Mike Trout won team MVP and Andrew Heaney will receive the Nick Adenhart Award. He said both of these were very well deserved, but he went into detail about Heaney and said he's not only grown as a pitcher, but he's a tremendous human being. And Heaney told me this one's extra special because he knows what Adenhart meant to this organization, and it's voted on by your teammates. So to feel their appreciation and respect, Gooby, is a good feeling.
Yeah, especially when you think about career highs as far as strikeouts, wins, innings pitched, all those things coming into play.
Taylor Ward knocking it down, cannot retire Haniger, so he will reach to start the fourth inning. First batter to reach for Seattle. That's a base hit.
And right down the line, try to get that backhand. If he gets that cleanly with his arm, I think he has a shot at getting him at first base, but it gets away from him. At that point, good decision is to hold on to the baseball and look for another double play turn by the infield.
Shoemaker will work from the stretch for the first time. Segura fly ball to center field in the first. He has grounded into 17 double plays. They check in on Haniger. He'll run 8 stolen bases. Been caught twice. Gordon leads the team with 30. Segura is second with 20. Although Segura has also been caught 10 times.
Generally, when you think of the best move for Matt Shoemaker, it's usually before he even gets into set position. It's usually a quick throw over the first base before he even settles in. He's got good footwork as far as his pickoff, but he's a little bit slower as far as times to the plate. Might see Seattle running against him.
Segura looks at his strike.
So far this season, Shoemaker's allowed 1 stolen base and 1 attempt. Haniger settling in an 11-foot lead.
And Shoemaker fires it away. Haniger will take second on the error.
And a throw right at the runner going back to the bag. Good back up there by Fletcher.
Surprised that high didn't hit Haniger or Tony Randazzo.
Yep.
Who was hit last night by Fernandez. Line to center field, a base hit. Breaking ball. Haniger's going to be stopped at third. Trout gets it back in. 2 on with nobody out. Segura just trying to poke the ball up the middle.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier how much contact he makes. Good contact right there, right back up the middle on a low pitch.
So it's Robinson Cano at the plate. He saw 1 pitch in the first inning and grounded out to Andrelton Simmons. Gladly give up the run for 2 outs if you can get him to hit it on the ground again.
It's one of those innings right now. If you're Matt Shoemaker, you're just trying to limit damage here, especially when you have 2 hitters who've had a lot of success against you at the plate now and in the on-deck circle.
Back up the middle off the mound, 1-0 Seattle. Segura is going to turn and stop right there. So 3 consecutive hits to start the fourth.
Oh, he's been so smooth with that swing. Elevated, thigh high, right back up the middle. You know, that's to the glove side as a right-handed pitcher. The ball was back on him quickly.
Now Nelson Cruz at the plate.
And a screaming liner at Fletcher leading off the second. Breaky ball in for a strike.
Let's take a look at our Subway league leaders as far as most home runs over the last 5 seasons. Nelson Cruz at the top with 202 home runs. Edwin Encarnacion, Giancarlo Stanton, Chris Davis, 175. Mike Trout, 5 seasons, 172 home runs for Trout.
No balls, 2 strikes. Segura standing at second base, and it's Cano over at first. 1-0 Seattle. Shoemaker retired the first 9 in a row, picking up 4 strikeouts. Bouncer toward third, it goes foul. Good pitch in on the hands. Shoemaker's had to battle injuries the last couple of seasons. Shortened season last year with a right forearm strain. Beyond shortened this year, missing 134 games. 1 start and on the shelf. Trying to finish strong. One ball, 2 strikes. This inning started off innocently enough, a little ground ball down the line. It appeared to be a perfect play to the backhand for Ward. Just went off his glove for an infield base hit. Segura single, Cano RBI single. Looking for that first out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bouncing about 2 feet in front of the plate.
Yes. Splitter way in front, almost got the grass area. It's trying to make sure that it has that downward action on the split.
A little momentum shift for Seattle here in the 4th inning as the Angels had a leadoff double in the bottom of the 3rd. And left him stranded at second base.
Big pitch right here now for Shoemaker. You have options 2-2. More than likely you got to go after him if you throw one out of strikes and with a fastball against Cruz.
Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Prolonged plate appearance. Just seems like time wise. Be very careful with a dangerous hitter. Cue to the right side. Fletcher's only plays to first. Works as a sacrifice essentially with Segura to third and Cano to second.
I wonder if Mike Soch will bring the infield in now.
Left fielder, number 4, Denard.
First out of the books here in the 4th. Denard Span coming up.
It's like regular depth in the infield. Trust in the offense as this game progresses.
Span struck out in the 2nd. Span coming over from the Rays on May 25th along with Alex Colomé. That's been an active part for them too. Pretty much in the lineup every day. Not that he wouldn't have been with Tampa Bay, especially the way they've turned things around in the second half. Oh, one ball, one strike.
More likely a ground ball in the corner infielder will have a play at the plate.
Oakland tonight beat Tampa Bay 2-1. 10 innings. Had a little separation between themselves and the Rays. Now 9-game lead in the wild card. 1-1. Pulled foul, 1-2.
A's just keep that pressure on the Astros.
Yep. Seattle a half game behind Tampa Bay at 8.5 overall of the second wild card spot. New York won. They're in that first wild card spot.
Aaron Judge activated by the Yankees.
Activated but not active. 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, we heard that he was activated, but he wasn't going to hit. We knew he used to pitch a little bit in high school and college, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to use him on the mound here now.
Second and third, 1 out. We're in the fourth. 1-0 Seattle. Span strikes out.
It's a huge strikeout by Shoemaker.
Two down as Healy comes to the plate.
Finally get the chance to expand the strike zone with a splitter. Looked like a strike. Ends up out of the strike zone. Starts at the knees. Ends up towards the dirt. Perfect downward action.
Healy takes inside, even though it looked like it painted the corner. They come back into the mound in the second inning. 0 for 1. 3 hits for Seattle, all 3 here in succession to start the fourth. That evens the count. .51 pitches thrown by Shoemaker. Bulk of them here in this fourth inning, but trying to limit that damage to just 1 run. The Angels will have Trout, Ohtani, and Upton due up at the bottom of the fourth. One. 2-1.
It's a little bit below the strike zone. That first pitch of this at bat looked like it was in the strike zone. Try to get him to chase that one there. Now Healy, head of the count, can sit on a fastball. Again, you got to avoid that middle part of the plate against the middle in.
Two on. Foul back. Such a dangerous move. Not dangerous in like a, you know, at the edge of a bridge or something like that, but the fact that you've got a man at third base and you're twirling the baseball in a stretch position with your foot engaged to the rubber, you drop that ball. We've seen Joe Smith do it
in Baltimore.
That's a block and it'll cost you a run. We've been around as long as the shoe has, and grinded it out, minor leagues. He's not even thinking about that.
No.
That's just, it's second nature almost.
And you're really basically, with the baseball, it's on your fingertip. It's not deep in the hand.
2-2. Healy taps it foul. Tell you what, you get these little soft tappers from hitters against Shoemaker. It tells you get some good late movement on the breaking pitch, especially the splitter.
Hitter fooled. They think it's a strike, and they're just hitting the bottom of the baseball.
Another 2-2. Healy hits one through the left side of base hit. Segura will score. Cano is being waved around. He will come in to score. It is 3-0 Seattle. The inner half of the plate, you talked about Healy. That's kind of the spot that he likes.
Yeah, you want to make him swing at something out of the strike zone. Take a look at our top tier play brought to you by Arco. This splitter drifts in. Talked about the need for that downward action on the splitter. This time it had lateral movement right into the swing for Ryan Healy. Said a lot of those pitches against the Angels when they've been the inside part has really struggled away.
There's Kyle Seager. Struck out leading off the third. 1-0.
.23 pitches already this inning for Matt Shoemaker. Been around the strike zone. You'd like to have that one strike back that he threw to Ryan Healy.
1-2 count on Seager. Overall 58 total pitches. Mike Zunino on deck. Healy not a big lead at all over at first base. Not bound to run at all. And Seager will go down swinging. Get the out at first. 3 runs in for Seattle. They lead it. to you by Hyundai. At Hyundai, the longer you look, the more there is to like. And right now, there's a lot to see at your Hyundai dealer. By Carl's Jr., the 2 for $2.50 sausage and egg made from scratch biscuit. Now at Carl's Jr. And by your Southern California Cadillac dealers. Halos trailing 3-0 here at the bottom of the 4th inning. Broadus Elias back on the mound for Seattle with Trout coming up.
With Mike Trout coming to plate now, it's time to take a look at our Kia drive to success and what Trout has had a lot of success this season against Seattle. 448 batting average, 27 hits against Seattle this season. Only once did he have more, 28 hits back in 2016 against Oakland.
Fouls that one off the mask of Zunino. Mike struck out looking on a breaking ball from Elias. 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit allowed.
That's seeing the ball pretty well against a team when you have 27 hits against a team in 1 year.
Likes hitting at Safeco, likes hitting in Oakland.
He just likes hitting.
Yeah. That's out to center field, taking D. Gordon back to the warning track. And in front of the wall at this last second, leaps up, and he got it. 1 down. I think he's fortunate that he caught it because he kind of mistimed his leap.
Yeah, right to that 396 sign in center field. Trout going looking for another home run against Seattle. Would have been his 7th. I don't think that would have been a home run anyhow, but right back to the wall.
Having to learn center field this year. Shohei takes upstairs. Ohtani struck out looking in the second.
Known D a long time. Flash Gordon's son, former teammate of mine with the Royals. When we talk about Elias' curveball, Flash Gordon, Tom Gordon had an incredible curveball.
He's a drop and drive guy.
Yeah. Not a big guy, but he can bring it. Upper 90s, mid to upper 90s. Great curveball. Started as a starter, very good. Then turned into a very good closer. 366 over his last 32 games with 10 home runs for Ohtani.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And we got him out with that slow curveball looking last at bat.
Now, about to throw his 50th pitch and looking pretty good, and all of a sudden bullpen going already for Seattle.
At this point, I think the Angels would love to see that.
And that's a whiff by Zunino right into Bill Welke. You could hear it through the crowd mic, that thump. Sternum.
Really don't see that all that often.
No. 3-2 to show. Almost like he's trying to go the other way with it. .33 strikes, 18 balls for Elias. Another payoff. Shohei bounces this with the right side. Cano's got it. 2 down.
And when Mike Trout off the bat, you're thinking it's got a shot at that play out of the ballpark. D. Gordon a little happy with the play. Elias happy also, thinking, uh-oh, that almost got out of the ballpark, but D able to bring it back. Trout looks out at D. Gordon, is like, all right, I've done that a few times with some batters. All right. Having some fun out there in center field. D. Gordon.
Here's Upton. 2 outs, nobody on. Upton 0 for 1, struck out, swinging in the second. I'm with you, though. If the way Elias is throwing the ball, he couldn't bring Adam Warren in quick enough. No balls, 2 strikes. Elias with a pretty good arm. Low 90s fastball, curveball, changeup. Pretty good spot starter.
Yeah. When we look at his arm, you wonder why he's not part of this rotation on a consistent basis.
2-2 now, especially when he was at one point. But you'll talk about a swing guy that is out of the bullpen spot starter. Something the Angels certainly haven't had this year. That's why when you see or hear bullpen game for the Angels, it's legit, meaning 1 inning at a time. Not usually the norm. These are few and far between. Especially if you get extended like in a rain delay or rain outs or double headers. A little short on staff. Three-2. Had a walk. So this one went the other way. First at bat, he got ahead 3-0, struck out. This one he goes 0-2 and ends up working the walk, and that's going to be it with service coming out. Second walk issued by Elias to go with 4 strikeouts. A pitching change here in the 4th. Seattle leads it.
Look at We Make It Easy. Brought to you by SoCal Toyota with the Ducks on hand taking some batting practice. We're trying to take some batting practice there. It's a good swing though. Working that launch angle, then get a chance to throw some BP. That's a little up and in. That's up and into the next level. Had a lot of fun there. Anaheim Ducks opened up their camp yesterday. Big day tomorrow for the Ducks. 25 straight hours of Ducks hockey.
Adam Warren takes over for Elias with 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Angels down by the score of 3-0. This will be the 41st appearance for Warren this year. The 17th since joining the Mariners. 2-2 overall, 3.40 ERA. He's going to face Angelton Simmons with Justin Upton over at first base.
His fastball not overpowering. It's going to be 90-94 range. He throws a slider, a lot of them. 46% of his pitches sliders. He'll throw a curve and a change. There's that slider right away.
Warren picked up from the Yankees on July 30th for international bonus slot money. Overall numbers for Elias: 3 2/3, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 hit, It was a double by Fernandez leading off the third. Pulled foul, 1-1. Some of that international bonus slot money that Jerry Dipoto perhaps acquired or accumulated in his attempt to go after Shohei Ohtani. So you can help yourself by getting a bullpen piece. Give some away. 2-1.
This bullpen earlier, especially when holding all those one-run victories, very deep, very consistent. And all of a sudden, it's falling apart for Seattle. They're trying to break that playoff drought.
Two.
Yeah, 16 straight years of not making the postseason. The longest drought in MLB.
That's off the plate. Full count. Barring a miraculous 2 weeks by Seattle and a horrific collapse by Oakland and Tampa Bay. That will be extended.
Was that magical year? 116 victories.
Upton's going to take off the pitch with 2 outs. Full count. 3-2. Foul back. Sweet Lou Piniella at the helm of the Seattle Mariners in 2001.
And with Boston losing today, they cannot catch that record. That was a pretty good team. They did everything well. Except win the World Series.
Except get to the promised land.
Yes. So that all really matters.
Upton takes off again, and Simba takes a called strike 3. That pitch appeared to be off the plate a little bit. The Angels are down here the 4th. We'll head to the 5th. With Seattle leading it.
Your Southern California Toyota dealers. By Heffernan Insurance. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. And by City National Bank, a proud sponsor of Angels baseball.
Top of the 5th here at Angel Stadium. The Angels down 3-0. Matt Shoemaker back to work. He gets 8-9-1 for Seattle here in their half of the 5th inning. Zunino, Gordon, and then Haniger. A prolonged 4th inning for Shoe. Ended up facing 7 men. And we have 3 runs on 4 hits while striking out 2. 25 pitches thrown by Shu in that fourth inning. First one here in the fifth is off the plate. Now with 6 strikeouts, no walks. Zunino grounded out in the third. Two balls, no strikes.
Trying to bring that pitch back. Senior looked like he stepped up there, and he stays there. Might get that call.
That went into the camera well. Ducks night here, so if you hear the old duck calls in the background, that's what you're hearing. Started camp today. They'll play their first preseason game the 20th. Zunino hooks one out to left field. Upton's not going to get this one. One hops the fence. Zunino's on his way to second. Leadoff double. That was a hanging breaking ball. 14th double of the season for Mike.
And is trying to make sure he threw it a strike right in the heart of the plate, and he hooks it to left field for a double. 14th double to go along with his 19 home runs.
Not a good sign here. We see Eric Munson, Mike Scioscia coming out.
That was the second hit in his career versus Shoemaker.
Angels, meanwhile, have action going in their bullpen already.
And 2 for 19 now for Zunino against Shoemaker. Gonna be ready for a bunt, both corner infielders.
Tampa Drozian, first man up. Taylor Ward over at third base, in on the grass. Fernandez at first, the cut of the grass. He struck out in the third inning. One-0. Shows bunt this time, butts it foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Saw that graphic where D led the league in hitting once. That was .333 batting average as a member of the Marlins in 2015. Led the league in hits with 205 that year. Acquired last offseason from the Fish. 1-1. 1-2.
And that's the pitch he can hit in the air. Is an elevated one. It's a tough time to lay off that low pitch out of the strike zone. Chance to get him a swing and miss and a splitter here now for Shoemaker.
A nice catch on the Trout ball out in center field. Now finally one up the first base side.
Didn't quite have that bite on that splitter there.
Well, Bedrosian should be just about ready to go if necessary. You've got the top of the order, Haniger coming up. The third time through the order. Missed in. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
A little bit of a dip in his velocity to his fastball over the last inning plus. 89-90 with his fastball. We're back in the first inning. He touched 94. 68 pitches. Last game out was his 74. 62. His first start since coming back from the disabled list.
Down goes Gordon. One down. Good splitter.
Right fielder, number 17, Mitch Haniger.
Stay tuned during the 7th inning stretch for the Arco game break with Ken French and Jose Mota. Mitch Haniger, the right fielder tonight, was 1 for 2. He opened up the 4th with that slow roller down the third base line off the glove of Ward. Scored one of the 3 runs.
Been aggressive on the first pitch so far in this series.
Good off speed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Haniger went to high school in San Jose. And went to San Luis Obispo. First round pick of the Milwaukee Brewers in 2012.
Maybe we should have mentioned that to Josh Manson, that he grew up in San Jose. Mention how they've added on for their hockey club.
He alluded to it a little bit.
Yeah.
Not by name, that's for sure.
Trades made in that division.
Haniger had been traded to the Diamondbacks in 2014. And then came over from Arizona along with Gene Segura. The Taiwan Walker Ketel Marte deal. That was before last season. 2-1. 3-1.
Doesn't get him. This might be his last batter now. Next pitch will be 74, exactly what he threw last game.
Full count. Gene Segura's on deck. A couple of long innings for Shoemaker. That has a tendency to slow things down with base runners. Zunino standing at second with a leadoff double. 3-2. Haniger strikes out. Back-to-back strikeouts now. And will Socia give Shoemaker an opportunity to get out of this?
I think he will, especially with back-to-back strikeouts like that. Give him a chance to finish it off. See if he can do no damage. Get the offense going.
8 strikeouts now for Shoemaker.
That's a real good split. No walks so far for Shu. 8 punch-outs.
Segura punches single into center field in the 4th inning. 1 for 2. Takes a strike. Over to third, Taylor Ward has the ball planned a little bit. And no play. Kind of laid back on that ball. That should be an error on Taylor. It should have been the third out of the inning. Third error committed by Ward. Now runners at the corners.
He went back on instead of coming right up on the baseball. Let the baseball play him on the hop.
And that's going to be it for Matt Shoemaker, with Mike Scioscia making the slow walk out. Bedrosian ready to go. A pitching change. We're in the fifth.
McCaskill on the mound, first time ever a father and son went back-to-back home runs here at the Big A. Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Jr. went back-to-back here at the Big A. Seattle against the Angels. Kurt McCaskill, our good buddy. I'm sure he loves we always bring that back up.
Matt Shoemaker talking with Mike Scioscia. 4 2/3, 5 hits, 8 strikeouts. Should have been out of this inning. So it'll be Cam Bedrosian trying to clean this one up. And he'll be facing Robinson Cano with runners at first and third. 3-0 Seattle here in the fifth.
By the way, Kurt McCaskill did a nice job at his high school baseball team in the San Diego area.
'67th game for Bedrosian, 5-4 and a 3.47 ERA. Robinson Cano tonight has seen 2 pitches. Grounded out of the first, and an RBI single in the fourth. Segura, pretty good lead over at first. Robbie takes a strike.
And when you see that and you go through your information coming into a ball game, you know he's been swinging at the first pitch. Good idea for Cam to come in with a breaking ball first pitch.
Even bigger lead for Segura. Looked like it went around. No. I'd like to see that replay. 1 ball, 1 strike.
See if he went across the plate.
Yeah.
Yep. Even left it up there for him to look at.
So arbitrary. Check swings. One or two.
Oh, wait, Kurt McCaskill's team won the 2018 CIF championship. Torrey Pines Falcons. Kurt McCaskill. Hockey player too, especially since it's a hockey night here.
One, two. Segura's on the move. Throw down to second. Good one. Looks like they got him, and they did. Told you he's been caught 10 times this year. Make that 11.
I don't know if you're going there, especially with Robinson Cano at the plate. Break for the Angels. Perfect throw. Senyo throws out, Segura to finish off the inning. Angels down 3-0. T-Mobile. Soto continues his magical rookie season to left center field against Atlanta tonight. 20th home run of the season, still with 304 batting average too. Speaking of teenager phenomenal players, we showed Ken Griffey Jr. earlier going back-to-back with his dad. On Soto, number 20 this season for the Nationals.
Oh, so he's catching up to Ronald Acuna, the Atlanta Braves.
Yes.
Playing each other.
Yes.
But Acuna today had single, double home run, I think.
What a player.
Yeah.
Wow.
How about that battle for National League Rookie of the Year between those two kids?
There is some serious young talent in this game now.
Ball and a strike on Fernandez, who doubled to lead off the third. And was stranded at second base. High fastball comes up empty. Ward on deck, then Briseño. Bouncer back toward the middle. Segura far to his left-hander. And they do get Fernandez. Round number one.
Well, he needed all of that arm to be able to throw at Fernandez going down the line. The shift on. Takes that to the second base side of the bag. Segura gets to the baseball, spins around, gets a lot on that throw to get Fernandez by a stride.
He went all Bobby Abreu on us.
Yeah,
sniffing out that infield
he
base
thought he
hit.
got one. A lot on that throw. Great arm angle too for Segura to throw him out.
Number 53. Sneaky speed.
Yes. He won home run derby one All-Star break.
Yeah,
as I remember.
I think where that would have been.
Felt like it was in Pittsburgh though.
I was going to say Philly. You know, so we're
Pennsylvania.
state.
Yeah, there you go.
PA. Taylor Ward, a fly ball, his first at bat.
Trying to ride that high fastball. Good take by Ward, needing base runners here.
Detroit.
Well, we were in the same time zone at least.
Yeah.
Eastern time zone, so we were all right. Close.
He did it as a member of the Phillies. I knew there's a Philly connection. Full count. Warren came on to get the final out of the fourth inning, striking out Anderson. Simmons looking. Debatable call. Bouncer is short. Ooh, close play. 2 down.
He was taking a little bit too much time.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by Authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. 2 up, 2 down for the Angels here in the bottom of the 5th. And here comes Jose Briseño. Briseño popped out to Healy, middle of the infield. That's pulled past Seager into left. Span over to cut it off, does so. 2-out single, spins the lineup back to the top with Calhoun coming up.
Being a slider, hangs over the middle of the plate. Briseño lines that one into left field. Mistake pitch. Briseño made him pay for it.
Cole fouls it off. 0 for 1. Struck out of the first, walked into third. Back toward the middle, under the foot. Segura to the backhand. He gets all 3. This inning, terrific play there. Good arm. The Angels will leave a man on. 5 complete, 3-0 Seattle. USC, Texas coming up on
Epic.
Saturday. That's tomorrow, 5 Pacific on Fox and the Fox Sports app.
Fight on.
USC trying to bounce back after a tough loss. They'll win tomorrow. They'll bounce back.
Bounce back tomorrow?
Bounce back for sure. $3-0. Seattle leads it. Robinson Cano was at the play when Segura was thrown out. Trying to steal.
And Scott Service wasn't real happy about that one. That decision to go with Robinson Cano at the plate.
Yeah, the old death stare going.
Yeah, you better feel real comfortable about almost standing up at second base on a stolen base attempt when you have Robinson Cano at the plate.
Ball on a strike. Cano 1 for 2. RBI single, picking up his 36th run batted in. It was a breaking ball that was in the upper echelon of the strike zone. Three runs, 5 hits, 2 left on for Seattle. No runs, 2 hits, 2 errors. 4 left on for the Angels. Out the left. Upton's got to go back on it. 1 down. Brings up Nelson Cruz. Oh for 2 tonight. Line down, grounded out. Both to Fletcher.
His 67th appearance for Cam Bedrosian this season. That's a pretty good life on his fastball, 92, 93. Curveball really, really good.
One ball, 1 strike with 1 out here in the 6th. Good fastball. Two balls, 2 strikes. Cam, last pitch on Tuesday against Texas, with 1 inning through 9 pitches. Full count. Gonna be Houston lost to the Diamondbacks 4-2. So Oakland now 2.5 back of the Astros in the American League West. The Angels will go to Oakland for 3 games next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then the A's will finish off Angels home schedule here. Last 3 games of the regular season here at the Big A.
Have a say in where Oakland ends up as far as the postseason. So hard to believe that the way the Angels played Oakland earlier in the season, the way they were playing itself, Oakland, and they turned it around. They're one of the most dangerous teams in baseball right now. Picked up their 90th victory tonight.
Foul back. Cano fly ball to left to start the 6th inning. 15 pitches thrown by Camp so far. The bouncer to short. Could lay back on it with Cruz. 2 down.
Cruz now 2 for 6 in his career versus Cam Bedrosian with that ground out.
Hey folks, join your Angels tomorrow. Seattle in town for Game 3. It's a 6:07 start. Stay and enjoy post-game Saturday night fireworks show presented by Wells Fargo. Go to angels.com/promotions for more details.
Hey man, how are you?
Good crowd on this Friday night on Ducks night.
Oh, you. Kathy was up there with me, huh?
Right around the corner for the Ducks to start their season.
Denard Span twice struck out, both against Shoemaker. 0-1 count.
If I hit a homer, I'll trade you a bad content.
Oh, 1. Good tight.
Very difficult pitch to bunt if he tried it again. Cleveland lost tonight, but so did Minnesota, so they clinched a tie in that AL Central for the Cleveland Indians.
Salvador Perez, a walk-off grand slam for Kansas City over Minnesota. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Tell you what, that National League playoff scenario is going to go down to that last weekend with the potential of a play-in game to get to that wild card game.
That's a called strike 3, a 1-2-3, 6th inning for Cam Bedrosian. Halo still down 3-0.
Oakland walk-off, over 9 set walk-off, a home run in the 10th by Chris Davis as they beat Tampa Bay. Just 2.5 back of Houston right now. Rays fall 9 back. Arizona wins against the Astros. They stay a little bit closer, 4 games back in the NL West. The Astros is 2.5 up on Oakland in the AL West. Walker Buehler was outstanding for the Dodgers. Yasiel Puig with a couple home runs. Because now the Dodgers are tied with the Cards for that second wild card.
Crazy. Down to the wire.
Walker Buehler, 8 shutout innings for the Dodgers. Rushing that upper 90s fastball, even when he threw his 99th pitch of that game today.
John Armstrong takes over on the mound for Adam Ward. This will be his 8th game of the big leagues this year. 49 games at AAA with the Tacoma Rainiers, 2-5 with a 1.77 ERA. Had 15 saves down there. Originally in the Indians system. 18th round pick in 2011 out of East Carolina University. He got acquired this past offseason for that international bonus slot money.
By the way, that home run in the 10th inning by Chris Davis, number 42 in the season for Davis.
I think he likes Oakland.
Yes.
2, 3, and 4 for the Halos as Fletcher takes a strike. Adam Warren went an inning and a third, 1 strikeout, 1 hit. Fletcher tonight has gone 0 for 2. Bouncer to the mound and line out to short. This one sliced down the right field line and it's headed foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Halos with just 2 hits tonight. Lead off double by Fernandez in the 3rd inning. And a 2-out single by Briseño. That was in the 5th. One ball, 2 strikes. Elias got the start for Seattle, went 3 2/3, gave up 1 hit, struck out 4, walked 2. Warren and now Armstrong. So fouled off the mask. Still a 1-2. Shoemaker got the start for the Angels, gave up 3 runs in his 4 2/3. 8 strikeouts, no walks.
Overall, pretty solid performance this evening by Shoemaker.
Hit toward short, 1 hopper. One down.
Go back to my Hyundai key for this game, but so far it hasn't been many chances. The heart of the plate, kind of hard to break. Pretty good pitching so far for Seattle. Have avoided that middle part of the plate tonight. Trot almost drove one out to center field, but D. Gordon made a real good play against them his last at bat.
Gordon playing very deep in center field. John tonight 0 for 2 with a strikeout of the first net. Drive out to center. A ball and strike. $148th game of the year for the Angels at 73 and 74. Down 3-0 here in the 6th. Pretty good pitch. Trout gets the call. It's 2-1.
There's quite a few cut fastballs. That was one of them. There's another one. 38% of his pitches. Cut fastballs, curveball. Fastballs, we've seen so already 92, 96 range.
Now back.
Shohei Ohtani on deck.
Trout chases it. 2 down.
See him expand the strike zone too often. Armstrong able to get him to do so. Break a ball, got him to span off the plate. Tight rotation. Showed Juan Soto hitting his 20th home run in this rookie campaign. Shohei Ohtani looking for number 20.
Struck out looking at a second, grounded out to Cano in the 4th. Out to left field, slicing away from Span, but he got a good jump. Redirected himself, and the Angels are down in order. Seattle still on top 3-0. Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by Spectrum. Spectrum Mobile has unlimited talk, text, and data. Save up to 40%. Go to SpectrumMobile.com today. Top of the 7th here at the Big A. Game 2 of this 4-game series. Angels dropped the opener last night, down 3-0 here tonight. And it's Hansel Robles on the mound. Robles, a guy that is well paced when he comes in for the bullpen. This will be his 32nd appearance since joining the Angels. He's 0-1 with a 2.97 ERA, 28 strikeouts, 13 walks in 30+ innings, and he's going to get Healy, Seager, and Zunino.
Yeah, he can watch that fastball pretty firm, 96, 98 range, slider, changeup.
Healy 1 for 2, had a 2 RBI single. I forgot it was duck call night. What the heck is that noise? Thought for a second I was back in the flatlands of Kansas.
Yeah.
Healy now with 73 runs batted in.
And if that's the one pitch that Matt Shoemaker would love to have back, was that splitter to Healy. He wanted that go down, middle to down, away, and ended up drifted in on him. Ends up grounding that through the hole for a 2 RBI single.
Robles comes in and promptly falls behind at 3-0.
Hey, you related to Corey Seager?
Last fastball at 97. Dials it back to 95, gets it over for a strike.
Hey, how's Corey doing?
Full count.
There certainly has been some consistent duck calls throughout this whole game.
The Angels selected Robles off waivers back on June 23rd from the New York Mets. Pitched in 16 games for the Metropolitans this year. 3-2. And Healy draws the walk. Leadoff man starts the 7th. Here comes Seager. It's a whole new ball game with RBI Baseball 18. RBI Baseball 18 delivers all new franchise mode and much more. RBI Baseball 18 is available now. Learn more at RBIGame.com. It's rated E for everyone. Seager 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. One ball, one strike on Kyle Seager. They're trying to shake off that left wrist or something after that swing. It's grounded into 10 double plays this year. Pretty good lead for Healy over at first. Fouled off the glove. 1-2.
See that good firm fastball from Robles.
28 years of age, native of the Dominican Republic. 57 games for the Mets in 2015, 68 games in 2016. Just 46 games out of the pen. His ERA shot up, but almost a run and a half from 2016 to 2017. Count still at 1-2. Great arm, but the finishing stuff is just not there, whether it's command or getting a hitter to actually miss on an off-speed pitch. His whip at the big leagues on average is almost at 1.3.
Yeah, when you come out of the bullpen, that's a lot of stress to put that many runners on base. His key really, especially with his fastball, is staying on top of the baseball. Too much little lateral action on his fastball.
And that's ripped to right. There's that fastball at 98, but straight as a string. Seager will double. Healy will end up at third. The first two have reached against Robles to start the 7th. That's the thing about the big leagues. You could throw 105 if it's straight as a string, and you struggle with command. Guys are going to be able to sit in one zone.
When you have that type of velocity, if it's going to be a straight fastball, it's going to be hit hard, and that was hit hard by Seager. 35th double. .109 miles per hour exit velocity off the bat on that fastball. Hit well by Seager.
Infield halfway with Zunino at the plate. He's 1 for 2. Doubled his last plate appearance. Overthrown fastball for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball in there, 1-1. Two balls, one strike. Evens up the count.
Pretty good life on that fastball there at 97. Could use a strikeout right now.
Action in the Angels pen. A walk and a double, putting runners at second and third. Miguel Almonte. Next man up. Full count. It's off the plate.
Pretty close to the outside corner, but a little bit off the plate. 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
(3-2). Nino pulls this one. Gloved by Taylor Ward. One down. Nice play by the Angels' third baseman. And again, Zunino ripping a fastball.
Yes. Center fielder, number 9.
A hot corner there at third for Taylor Ward. Nice play on that. Good read by Healy to get back to the base also.
That would have been a fair ball. D. Gordon at the plate. Infield comes in a little bit more now. Speedy outfielder. He's 0 for 2. A couple of strikeouts. That's Healy standing at third. Seager at second. Back-to-back breaking balls, 0-2 count.
These two have faced each other quite a bit. Gordon is 1 for 11 versus Robles with a couple strikeouts. Same division for a while.
It's a fastball up and in.
Tied him up.
But see, that's effective because he just threw 2 breaking balls to get ahead 0-2. Now you've got a hitter not sure what to sit on.
But one thing, it's a dangerous pitch if he tries to run a fastball up and away, because that's the pitch that Gordon can hit in the air to left field.
0-2 again. Like that there.
Again, you could see his swing. That he has a chance to put that one in play. He's not going to try to hit the ball out of the ballpark. He's just going to try to make contact. And you're creating that power with an upper 90s fastball. But it's a little easier for him to punch that ball the other way when it's out over the plate.
I think you just go back to that little breaking ball.
You have a chance, at the very least, get him to hit the ball on the ground with the breaking ball.
There's that base hit to left. Went back to the fastball. Seager coming around. The throw is cut off. 2 RBI single. Not sure why they went back to that 0-2 fastball. And it's 5-0.
And that's the pitch he could put in play. And he did so. Credit D. Gordon. What's always trying to do is make contact. Especially elevated. He can hit in the air. When it's lower part of the strike zone, he cannot elevate that pitch.
Walk and double, single allowed by Robles so far here in the 7th. Now you got to deal with Speedy Gordon at first base. Checking on him, I'm sure, a couple of times. Gordon's able to pick up his 29th and 30th RBIs. Third stolen bases on the season. Haniger takes a strike. Top of the order now. Mariner right fielder 1 for 3. He singled and scored in the 4th.
Pretty big lead.
One ball would strike. 24 pitch, 7th inning for Hansel Robles.
See how big the lead that Gordon will take. We saw earlier with Haniger had 11-foot lead. Gordon ran that 10, 11-foot lead himself. And a little bit bigger now, working his way out to 12 before going back to 11-foot lead.
Ground ball towards short. And Anderson just got rid of that ball as quickly as possible. It'll be tough to turn a double play there.
I don't even know how that was even close.
Yeah. Quick turn by Fletcher. They get the lead runner, 2 down.
How quick he got rid of that exchange time. Same thing with Fletcher. Got a lot on the throw also.
Well, I think if Fernandez comes up with it, maybe they do get the double play. That's saying something because Haniger can down the line. All right. 2 down. Gene Segura at the plate.
That would have been potentially the 160th double play turn for the Angels this season.
0-1. Segura 1 for 3. He's now throw to first base. Haniger back.
Talk about a late swing. If he made contact, that dugout for the Mariners would have been in trouble. Again, he's all about putting the ball in play. He will shorten up his swing. So back in his second at bat when he hit the ball right back up the middle. And Shoemaker.
A bouncer to first. That should do it. Seattle adds 2. They lead at 5-0. Stretch time here at the Big A. Time now for the Arco game break with Ken French and Jose Moto.
Jose, all eyes on Matt Shoemaker making his first home start of 2018. He cruised through the first 3 innings tonight, but ran into some trouble in the 4th.
Well, what happens is the Mariners know a lot about Matt Shoemaker. They start finding out what is the difference in separation with a fastball, the outfield, and when he was up in the zone, they went out and did what big league hitters are supposed to do. Up in the zone, Robinson Cano right through the middle. That's why he is batting third in that lineup. And then you talk about a Ryan Healy that even though the numbers don't indicate, he absolutely torches the Angels, over 500 slugging, 13 RBIs of the season. And then in center field, Mike Trout knows a thing or two about a play like this. D. Gordon has won a Gold Glove at second base. Well, that's Gold Glove caliber, and celebrate D because that was an outstanding play.
Gotta love the reaction. D. Gordon added a 2-run single in the top of the 7th, and as a result, we have a 5-0 M's lead. But before we head back inside for the bottom of the 7th, here is a message from Arco.
Nothing Seattle. And Nick Vincent takes over on the mound for the Seattle Mariners. He will do so here in the bottom of the 7th in order to face Upton, Simmons, and Fernandez. 57th game for Vincent, 3-3, 4.03 earned run average.
Fastballs 88 to 93 range, although a cut fastball, curveball, and a changeup.
New center fielder for the Seattle Mariners, Guillermo Heredia. He's out there. He could patrol a really good outfield. So Gordon's out of the game. Upton tonight, a strikeout and a walk. One ball, one strike. The chopper to short. Segura's got it.
He has been busy.
Mariners pitchers have kept the Angels offense in check with just 2 hits. Here comes Simba. 0 for 2 with a pop-up and a strikeout. Like Bill Welke just realized that Heredia is a new center fielder. Simmons pops it up behind the plate. He's going to run out of room. Nick Vincent now in his 3rd season with Seattle. career high 69 games last year. Originally in the Padres system at the Ramona High School, Palomar College, and Long Beach State. How are we doing Long Beach State night here? Is it this weekend?
I think it's coming up, right?
Or next homestand, maybe? Off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. Fernandez on deck. A bounce to the right side. Cano far to his left. Goes into a slide and fires it near the dugout. Didn't even, I don't know that he needed to go into the slide, to be honest with you.
No, he could get there and still get rid of it quickly.
Infield base hit for Andrelton Simmons.
It's not unusual for Simmons to pick up an infield hit. Cano's got to go a long ways playing up the middle. Once he goes into that slide, there's no way you're going to be able to get up and throw out. Simba going down the line. It's a 28th infield hit this season for Andrelton Simmons.
Fernandez 1 for 2. He doubled in the 3rd, grounded out in the 5th.
Tied for the 3rd most in the American League in that category for Simba.
Third hit for the Angels tonight. Double that Fernandez hit leading off the 3rd, his 5th in the big leagues. It's 1-2. Still amazing me the resemblance of Fernandez with Kendrys Morales. Just kind of, I hope it stands. The whole jersey pulled up a little bit, sleeves
where the hands are.
Skies this one to shallow left. Span has to come racing in. 2 down. Simmons back to first. So it's Taylor Ward now at the plate. He's hit a fly ball right. He's grounded out. 0 for 2. At the count of 2 balls, no strikes.
A little cutter, just a little bit off the plate.
Ward born in Dayton, Ohio, at the high school though in Indio, Shadow Hills High School, before going off to Fresno State. In for a strike. It's 2-1. Halos took him in the first round, 2015. Transitioning from catcher to third base this year. Checking in on Simba with 2 outs here and up 5-0 in the bottom of the 7th. 2-1 pitch. Foul back, good rip.
With that cutter out over the plate, was trying to line at the right center field.
Simmons with 9 stolen bases this year. Has been caught twice. 2-2. Check swing. Bill Welke rings them up. We'll head to the 8th inning with the Angels down 5-0. Home of Thursday night football on the schedule we have on Fox. This year is loaded with one huge can't miss matchup after another. Thursday night football coming to Fox Week 4. Now it's a game.
Omaha. Hut, hut.
I was going to say, who says hut, hut? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi.
Aaron Rodgers does.
Aaron,
yeah, oh yeah.
He's pretty good.
Yeah, he's all right. He's not bad at comebacks.
Got a chance.
Yeah. He's a keeper.
Especially when he's carted off in the first half and then comes back and crushes your dreams.
Yeah. You're the Bears. Pull the Willis Reed.
Yeah. Miguel Almonte on in relief of Hansel Robles, who went 1 inning, gave up 2 runs on 3 hits, walked a man. Almonte to face Cano, Cruz, and Span. Almonte, 25 years of age. Picked up on a trade with Kansas City back in April. Delivers a strike. Almonte at AAA this year. 1-1 with a 9.70 ERA, 26 games, 1 start. 35 hits at 21 and a third innings. Cano 1 for 3. Shoemaker 4 2/3. Bedrosian inning in the 3rd. Robles 1. Now Almonte here in the 8th.
Almonte's fastball is pretty firm. 93, 98. Slider. Curveball. Solid curveball. 12-6 breaking and changeup.
Cano goes down swinging 1 away.
It's that solid curveball from Almonte to get a swing and miss.
Brings up Nelson Cruz.
Starts at the belt, ends up in the dirt. True 12-6 break on that one. Pretty good spin rate on that curveball, 2782 revolutions per minute. When you think about an average curveball, around 23 to 2400.
That'll leave it up to count. Nelson 0 for 3 with a line out, ground ball to second, and a ground ball to short. Almonte 9 games with Kansas City in 2015. 2 games with the Royals last year. It's up and in. Two on. Did not go.
Pretty close to a strike. Late break to that curveball.
And a walk to Nelson Cruz. 1 out. Variety here in the 8th. Denard Span coming up. Stay tuned for Angels Live postgame show presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Pitch run over at first base. Nelson Cruz is down. Christopher Negron is on. Took over that DH spot. Denard Span 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. And a wild pitch gets by Briseño. Negron takes over at second base now. That's one of those pitches that got a block. Just trying to go into the backhand.
You got to try to move that whole body over there as quick as you can.
I mean, that reaction with the hands leads you to believe that maybe he was anticipating fastball.
Especially you would think as a catcher, potential of a break a ball in the dirt, you've got that whole body moving.
Yeah. Ball with a strike on Span.
Hey, what's up, brother?
Span 34 years of age. Pull this one toward first. Oh, that ball
tough hop.
Yeah. 2 down. Negron ends up at third. Good thing he stuck with that one. As Healy will come to the plate now.
First baseman number 27, Ryan Healy.
Fran is talking about that hop. Comes in on that baseball. Quick last tough hop. Steps on the base. Stepped on the corner of the base also. That was one of those tough plays all around for Fernandez.
Healy tonight 1 for 2 with a walk. And a 2 RBI single in the 4th inning. 3 runs in the 4th for Seattle, 2 in the 7th, 5-0. We're at the top of the 8th. Fastball at 96. Zach Duke getting ready for Seattle. Angels have 9, 1, and 2 coming up at the bottom of the inning. Pulled foul.
That pitch on the inner half again against Healy. The duck calls have not stopped yet.
And why would they? It is Ducks night. It's Friday night.
Get a rally going at bottom of the 8th.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Get real loud with the duck calls.
Haley fouls it back.
There you go.
Come on, Peter, you got it, buddy.
No.
It's permanently attached.
Yes.
Can we throw that thing away now? No. No chance. Down goes Healy. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Angels trailing at 5-0. I think it's Zach Duke, left-hander on the mound for Seattle. He replaces Nick Vincent. The Angels sending up 9-1-2. 66th game for the lefty. That's between Minnesota and Seattle. 5-4 and a 4.27 ERA. Veteran has been around a while. Jose Briseño to lead things off for the Angels here at the bottom of the 8th. Halos have managed 3 hits tonight. The last one, the infield single by Andrelton Simmons, that was in the 7th. Bullpen day today for what's turned out for both teams. So Shoemaker got the start, but Elias getting the start for James Paxton. Out with a virus. Briseño looks at his strike. Jose is 1 for 2. He had a single in the 5th inning. One. Duke now 35 years of age. Texas native. 20th round pick of the Pirates back in 01.
Once a starter with the Pirates.
Toward the hole, backhanded by Segura. Here comes Cole. He had an 11-16 season for the Pirates in 2009. He was an all-star that year. Led the National League in losses with 16 and an ERA of 4.06 at 32 starts. What's the old adage? You've got to be pretty good to be run out there every fifth day
and get that many decisions.
Was that Bonderman, Jeremy Bonderman, for the Tigers?
I know Wilbur Wood did one year. What is he, a 20-game winner and a 20-game loser, I think, in the same season. That's getting a decision every time you step on the mound.
I'm trying to think of the Tigers pitchers that.
Bonderman did get some. Yeah, he did get
6
some
and 19.
Yeah,
it was his rookie year. 6 and 19 with 33 games, 28 starts. Cano in the shift. Calhoun, 2 outs.
I remember Wilbur Wood having one of those type of seasons where he had a ton of decisions. And quite a few losses in there, too.
Well, slightly different game back then.
Yeah.
Let's see, he had 24 and 20 season at 73 for the White Sox.
24 and 20?
Wow. 24 and 20. And a 3.46 ERA. He led the league in 48 starts.
40. I think he started both games of a doubleheader, as I recall.
Why not?
Yeah, why wouldn't you? They're still loose anyhow after the first game.
He went the other way. He went from reliever to starter.
Wow.
Fletcher flips one out to right center field. That'll get down for a 2-out base hit. Yeah, Wood with 51 games out of the bullpen with 8 starts in 1967, 88 games out of the pen in 68, 76, then 77, and then, hey, you know what? We'd like for you to be a starter. He went 1971, went 22 and 13 with a 1.91 ERA, 44 games, 42 starts.
Wow.
And then went 49, 48, 42, 43 starts in succession. That's incredible.
Yeah. Well, if you're down in the bullpen, you're looking at him and go, okay, we know he's taking the ball every 4 days at that point, and he's going to be deep in the game.
Yep.
So we can have a little bit of a breather down in your bullpen. And he's going to get a decision one way or the other.
At that pace, he could relieve himself. Oh, 1 downstairs. Trout over 3. Ohtani on deck. Blake Parker getting ready for the 9th. Drop it down a little bit. Laredo style. Well, he is from Texas.
Yes.
After all.
Yeah, unless you're trying to hit the ball the other way, that's a very difficult pitch to hit as a right-handed batter.
Hard breaking ball down and in, 3-1.
Trying to punch the ball the other way. A fastball, 91 on the outside corner. Trout with 113 walks this season. Another 3-2 count. Last at bat, a 3-2 count. He chased out of the strike zone.
Fletcher will be on the move from first base. 3-2. And he draws the walk. So 2 on, 2 outs here in the 8th for Shohei.
Make that 114 walks now this season for Trout.
Just the second time tonight the Angels have had multiple base runners on board in the same inning. The other was the third. Leadoff double by Fernandez, 2-out walk to Calhoun.
Boy, Shohei hit that ball really hard last at bat that Bernard Span was able to run down in left.
Shows 0 for 3. Pulls that one off of the ankle area. No balls and a strike.
Well, right off that shin guard. Even with that on, very painful. And a pitcher being a pitcher throws that fastball right back inside.
Good rip, fouls it back.
This time he's ready for that pitch, middle in.
Fletcher standing at second, Trout at first. Just got a piece of it. Slow little breaking ball.
Imagine we try another one of those.
Duke's 1-2. And this is pulled to second. Cano's got it. Angels are done here in the 8th. We'll head to the 9th. Seattle still leads it. Parker on the mound for the Halos. '64th game for Blake. 2-1 mark at 3.16 ERA. He's going to face the bottom third of the order. At least that's what's due up. It's Seager, Zunino, and then Heredia getting his first plate appearance. He took over for D. Gordon. Parker last pitched on Tuesday against Texas. 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits. And threw a total of 13 pitches. Total of 7 hits for Seattle tonight. Shoemaker, Pedrosian, Robles, Almonte, and now Parker here in this 9th inning. As Kyle Seager steps in, the Angels will have Andrew Heaney on the mound tomorrow night. Erasmo Ramirez will oppose him for Seattle. Seager 1 for 3, double to 2 strikeouts. Ball 1. Double for Seager in the 7th inning, his 35th of the year. 1 ball, 1 strike on Kyle Seager. Two on count. Parker now ready. 2-2. Time is called. Down goes Seager, 1 down.
Looking all speed. Runs a fastball, gets by him.
Twelfth strikeout for Angels pitchers tonight. You said it earlier about Matt Shoemaker. With 1 pitch to Ryan Healy. This was lifted foul. With 2 outs in the 4th inning. It was a 1-0 deficit.
He had 2 strikes on him, too.
Yep. 2 RBIs, single made it 3-0. Then Seattle added 2 in the 7th against Hansel Robles on a bad pitch by Robles to D. Gordon. 0-2 fastball. That one's overthrown and by Briseño. Zunino 1 for 3. He doubled back in the 5th inning. One and 2. Everything a final in Major League Baseball, but this one. Houston lost, Oakland won. He's 2.5 back now. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That is an incredible story, though, when you think about it for Oakland. Be that close to the Astros right now at this point in the season, where they were in the month of May, even into June. And if you're the Yankees, you want to make sure you play that 1 game wild card playing game at home as compared to have to go to Oakland to play. Even there, the A's have been pretty good on the road also.
Yep. Yankees won today, so they maintain their 1-game advantage over Oakland. So 1 or 2?
Looks like it is about 1.5. It looks like.
Yeah. 91-56. 90-58. Zunino with a base hit. A 3-2 pitch. Puts a man on for Guillermo Heredia. Looking at the Astros schedule, they're done with the A's. As a matter of fact, Houston did not face the Athletics at all in September. How about that?
I think if you're Houston, you're kind of happy about that.
How about this? Now that I think about it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games within the division for Houston. That's it in the month of September. Twins, Red Sox, Tigers, Diamondbacks, Blue Jays, and Orioles.
Wow.
He finished with 4 against Baltimore at Camden Yards.
Baltimore is really, really struggling.
Yeah. Well, so Toronto's really taking a downturn as well. 0-1 pitch. But that's insane. That's going back to that argument we were talking about the other day. Talking about the schedule. How April, June, July, and September should, the bulk of the play, if possible, should be within the division.
Yep.
So you could beat each other up early and late, you know. Out towards center, not very deep. Trout's got to come in on it.
For the Eagles, though, if they had been healthy, this time of year would have been really good. You have Oakland up in Oakland and Oakland back here, Seattle here now, Texas a couple times in, back-to-back times coming in this month at home, and then go down to Houston on the next road trip also.
Haniger takes a strike. Angels will be in Houston a week from tonight. 3-game series. Just there on the last road trip. Ryan Cook gets ready for the 9th. Ball and a strike. Haniger tonight 1 for 4. Singleton scored in the 4th inning. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Halos in the bottom of the 9th. Of Upton, Simmons, and Fernandez coming up. Offense stymied last night by Mike Lee. Again, unable to figure out Elias early on. Limited to just 4 hits tonight. Try their luck against Erasmo Ramirez tomorrow.
He's had some good numbers career-wise against the Angels also. He's got a 2.25 career ERA against the Angels.
Hanging breaking ball out the left, a base hit. Zanino to second base now. 2 on, 2 outs. Gene Segura coming up.
Shortstop number 2, Gene Segura.
Segura tonight with a base hit back in the 3rd inning. This one's lifted out to shallow right. Fletcher's got to go out, calling for it. We head to the bottom of the 9th inning. The Angels trailing at 5-0. Seattle leads it. Ryan Cook takes over on the mound to try to close it out for Seattle. The Angels see if they could do something here, make some noise, force Edwin Diaz into the game. 16th game for Cook, 101 with a 5.54 earned run average. Justin up to lead things off. He'll be followed by Andrelton Simmons and Jose Miguel Fernandez. Cook becomes the 5th reliever used by Scott Service. Elias went 3 2/3. Adam Warren inning and a third, and then the rest of the guys so far have gone 1 inning. I'd imagine Adam Warren would be the pitcher of record.
Yeah.
Or gets the chance to be awarded the victory, I should say. Elias did not go the requisite 5. Up to tonight, 0 for 2 with a walk. 9 hits for Seattle, 4 for the Angels. Halos have left 7 on base. One ball, no strikes. Out to center field. Heredia, the plate on the hop. Leadoff single to start the 9th. So here's Simba. He's 1 for 3.
Picked up another infield single.
Average of 296. That one missed in. Cook's always had good stuff. Good arm. Has that little hitch, almost a quick version of the old Rick Sutcliffe hook of the wrist behind the back.
And every once in a while, he'll leave that slider out over the plate. It's the one mistake he'll make on occasion.
And it's 3-0 now. There's a strike, 3-1.
What you want is to have an opportunity to get some base runners on here. Get Diaz hot down there in the bullpen, get him in the game.
Pretty wide. Full count. Pitched in 34 games at AAA. 16th in the big league this year. Leadoff single for Upton, 3-2. Simple chops this one through the left side. Force 2 of reach to start the bottom of the 9th.
Probably you'll see Diaz starting to move around down there in the bullpen.
There's Diaz. Starts to crank it up. El Stottlemyre Jr. Making the courtesy call to the mound to give Diaz an opportunity to get loose. What a season that Edwin Diaz has had, Doobie. Well, 54 saves.
So it'd be fun to see somehow he had to come in against Cole Calhoun. Calhoun's had some pretty big hits against him.
We're still a little bit ways from that.
Yeah, Cole 2 for 5 with 2 home runs versus Diaz. What a season though. 54 saves. It's one behind Eric Gagne, 55, and the Hall of Famer John Smoltz. Figgy with 57. Frankie, Major League record with 62.
Fernandez 1 for 3. He doubled in the 3rd inning. First 2 on to start the 9th. Good rip, fouls it back. Taylor Ward on deck. Then you've got the number 9 spot of Briseño before turning the lineup over. 1-1.
Scott Service would love not to have to use Diaz tonight.
That is hit to right field. Here comes Haniger, and he'll go into a slide, makes the catch.
Well, that baseball was hit extremely hard. 1
down. Nicely played by the Mariners right fielder.
Yeah, sometimes, especially when you're up 5-0, you're more apt to maybe play that on a hop. But committed to coming in, sliding, and making a play, and he did so. Real good defensive play by Haniger out in right field.
Like how he put the glove out in front to catch it in the webbing and prevent from handcuffing himself.
Yeah, if you turn that glove the other way, which you see a lot when you're going in with a slide like that, you can almost kick that baseball out of your glove as you slide in.
There's Taylor, who's 0 for 3. In the dirt dug out by Zunino. Upton at second, Simmons at first. $39,000 plus tonight. Ducks night. 16th consecutive season. The Angels 3 million fans. Ward taking a fastball. The inner half, 1-2. It's a breaking ball, fouls it off. Pitches thrown by Cook. Back-to-back singles.
Good hack at that fastball that time again by Ward.
Pitch had a little run action, looked like. Go down swinging on the breaking ball, 2 outs. So it's up to Jose Briseño. Nope, it's Francisco Arcia coming up to pinch hit.
It's that tight slider that Cook throws. Starts in the strike zone, ends well out of the strike zone.
Briseño ends the night going 1 for 3.
Arcia loves hitting in this ballpark.
234 overall batting average, 5 home runs, 19 runs batted in.
17 of his 19 RBIs here at this ballpark.
Upton still at second, Simmons at first. 0-1. Good with the duck call to open the show. Hasn't quite worked out today.
No.
It's a good effort, though. Proud of you. The rally duck call.
The rally duck call.
1-1. Off speed pitch. Handles will lean on Andrew Heaney.
He's been great.
Tomorrow
for his 10th victory of the season.
1-2.
He's been really good at home also for Heaney. 7-3 here at the Big A. 3.26 ERA at home.
Here's the 1-2. Garcia taps it foul. Jaime Barria will get the start on Sunday afternoon.
See if he can bounce back. That last game, a tough one for him.
And an off day on Monday. Travel up to Oakland. 2 night games and a day game. Then off to Houston. Back home for the last week of the season. 2-2. The last homestand will include 3 with Texas, beginning a week from Monday, and 3 with Oakland, 2 weeks from tonight. Two-two pitch. Garcia fouls it. Full count. Calhoun on deck. Diaz ready to go.
Might get that chance for Cole.
Runners are going to take off here. They do. 3-2. Garcia fouls it off.
Marcy's able to reach base. That would create a save situation for Diaz.
Bring the tying run to the on-deck circle. Runners take off again. Francisco hits one right back to the mound. Seattle shuts out the Angels tonight by the final of 5-0.
Well, it really started out early on again for Seattle when they scored those 3 runs in the 4th inning after that Shoemaker had been throwing the ball very well the first 3 innings. Really the play of the game, Land Rover play above and beyond player of the game was that base hit by Ryan Healy on a splitter that drifted the lower part of the strike zone inside. 2-run single in the 4th. Gave at that point Seattle the 3-0 lead. Eventually added 2 more. Win this one 5-0.
Handles have dropped the first 2 of this 4-game series. We'll turn to Andrew Heaney tomorrow night to try to right the ship. 5-0 to final tonight. Seattle picking up victory. Stick around. Angels Live postgame with Ken French and Jose Motos coming up next.